This video contains a truth that has changed the lives of many people. If you are having health problems and have ever felt stuck, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section so we can share useful knowledge together. Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering why your body feels exhausted, but your mind just won't switch off? You've fluffed your pillow, adjusted your blanket, maybe even counted a few hundred sheep, but sleep still slips away like a dream you can't quite catch. If that sounds like you, you're not alone. Sleepless nights become more common as we get older. And let's be honest, it's frustrating. You want to feel rested. You want to wake up with energy, ready to enjoy your day, not dragging yourself from one cup of coffee to the next. But here's the good news. Better sleep isn't out of reach. You don't need to rely on sleeping pills or fancy gadgets. There are simple, natural things you can do starting tonight to help your body and mind finally get the deep, peaceful rest they've been craving. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 easy but powerful tips to help you sleep better, especially if you're over 60 and struggling with insomnia. These aren't complicated changes. They're small steps that can make a big difference, and I'll walk you through them one by one. Now, before we dive in, I want you to do something for yourself. If you've been dealing with sleep issues or any other health problems, go ahead and share them in the comments below. Whether it's pain, anxiety, snoring, or anything else, that's your space to connect and get support. I'll be reading through and sharing advice too. You're not in this alone. Let's get into it. Let's talk about sleep and how you can start reclaiming it. First, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Your sleep problems might not be about sleep at all. They could be about your routine. As we age, our internal clock, the circadian rhythm, starts to shift. That's why many older adults feel sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. But here's the thing, when your daily habits don't match that natural rhythm, it can throw everything off. Let me give you an example. Maybe you take long naps during the day because you didn't sleep well the night before. Then you stay up late watching TV because you don't feel tired. And by the time you try to sleep, your brain is wide awake again. Sound familiar? This is where the first tip comes in. Go to bed and wake up at the same time. Every day, even on weekends. I know it sounds simple, but it works like magic. Your brain is like a creature of habit. When you give it a consistent sleep and wake schedule, it starts to wind down and power up more naturally. Think of it like training a pet. You don't feed your dog at a different time every day, right? Your brain wants the same kind of consistency. Even if you had a rough night, try not to sleep in. Get up, get some light, and stick to your routine. Within a few weeks, you'll notice your body starting to adjust, and falling asleep will start to feel easier, more natural, less forced. Now, let's talk about the second tip. And this one's a big one, especially if you love your evening TV shows or scrolling on your phone before bed. Turn off screens at least 1 hour before bedtime. I know we all love a little entertainment before we sleep, but here's what happens. Screens, whether it's your phone, tablet, or television, emit something called blue light. And blue light tells your brain, hey, it's daytime. Stay awake. Your brain stops producing melatonin, the hormone that helps you feel sleepy. So even if you're tired, your body is still wired, and that's a recipe for insomnia. Instead, replace screen time with something calming. Try reading a book, a real one, not a glowing screen, listening to soft music, doing a gentle puzzle, or even just chatting with a loved one. You could even keep a small gratitude journal and jot down 3 things you're thankful for from the day. That small act of reflection can help you feel peaceful and relaxed. And that's exactly the feeling we want before bed. Now, let's move on to something that doesn't always get enough attention. What you do during the day deeply affects how well you sleep at night. This brings us to the third tip. Get natural sunlight early in the day. This might seem unrelated at first, but your body has an internal clock, and it needs light to keep it ticking properly. When you get sunlight in the morning, ideally within an hour of waking up, it sends a strong signal to your brain. It's morning. Time to be awake. This clear signal helps reset your sleep cycle so that when night falls, your brain knows it's time to wind down. Just 15 to 30 minutes of sunlight in the morning can help regulate your sleep hormones and improve your mood, too. If it's cold outside, Even sitting near a sunny window can help. And hey, if you can combine that sunlight with a short walk, even better. Movement helps your body use up energy in a healthy way, and you'll be more physically ready for rest when the day is done. So now, let's bring these first steps together for a moment. You've got a consistent bedtime and wake time. You're powering down screens before bed, and you're getting some morning light to reset your rhythm. These changes are gentle, but don't underestimate them. They're like tuning a beautiful old piano. A few careful adjustments, and suddenly the whole thing plays in harmony. Before we move on, I want to gently remind you what you're doing here is taking control of your sleep, your health, and your peace of mind. And that's powerful. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress. Even if you only try one of these tips this week, that's a step in the right direction. You deserve restful nights and joyful mornings. Alright, now that we've set the foundation, let's keep going. Because there are still a few more powerful habits that can help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed without medication and without frustration. Now that you've started thinking differently about your sleep space and evening habits, let's look at what happens inside your body and mind, because the truth is, insomnia isn't always about the bed or the light. Sometimes it's about what's going on under the surface, both physically and emotionally. You see, as we age, it's not unusual for our bodies to produce less melatonin. That's the natural hormone that helps us fall asleep and stay asleep. On top of that, aches and pains, frequent bathroom trips, or even worrying about the future can quietly build into a storm of restlessness. By the time your head hits the pillow, one of the most powerful things you can do to calm your mind and body before bed is to build a winding down ritual. Something simple, something calming, and something that signals to your brain, it's safe to rest now. And no, this doesn't have to be fancy. You don't need essential oils or a yoga studio in your living room. It can be as easy as sitting in your favorite chair with a warm cup of herbal tea, reading a few pages from a book you enjoy, or even just listening to soft music. It's less about what you do and more about creating a rhythm, a message to your nervous system that says, the day is over. You can let go. Let me tell you about a patient I had, Mr. Hanley, 72 years old. For years, he would stay up watching TV until he was exhausted, hoping it would knock him out. But it never worked. What changed everything for him was simply turning off the screen an hour earlier and listening to an old jazz record while sipping chamomile tea. Within 2 weeks, he was falling asleep faster, not because of the tea or the jazz, but because he had created a routine his brain started to associate with rest. So, ask yourself, what's something simple you could do every night before bed? Something that brings a sense of peace, even for 5 or 10 minutes. That small ritual could become your best medicine. Now, let's talk about something we often ignore but affects sleep more than we think: physical movement. During the day, I know when you're tired or stiff, the last thing you want is to walk or stretch. But here's the thing, your body is designed to rest after activity. When you sit too long during the day or skip movement altogether, your body doesn't get the signal that it needs recovery at night. You don't need to run marathons. In fact, gentle is better. A short morning walk, gardening in the afternoon, or some light stretches before dinner. All of these activities help your body build up the natural need for rest. It's called sleep pressure, and it's like filling a balloon throughout the day. If you don't move much, that balloon stays half empty, and your body doesn't feel the urge to sleep deeply. And here's the kicker: consistent. Gentle movement also helps reduce stress and regulate blood sugar, both of which are sneaky sleep disruptors. Many older adults I work with report that when they start moving more, even just 15 to 20 minutes a day, their sleep improves without any pills at all. One woman, Marcia, told me, "I used to toss and turn all night. Then I started walking my dog every afternoon. Now, I sleep like I did 20 years ago." The trick was never just in the walk. It was that her body needed rest by bedtime. So if you can, move a little more during the day. Even on days when your energy is low, just stretching your legs, walking to the mailbox, or doing light chores around the house can make a difference. Think of it as a gift to your future self, the one who's about to enjoy a peaceful night's rest. Now, I know we can't talk about sleep without talking about those racing thoughts. The ones that come out of nowhere the minute your head touches the pillow. You're not alone in this. Worries about health, finances, family, or even the news. It's easy for your mind to drift into a loop when it's quiet. What helps here isn't trying to force your mind to be quiet. That never works. Instead, give your brain something gentle to focus on. Some folks use soft background sounds like rain or ocean waves. Others find comfort in deep breathing exercises. I often suggest a technique called the body scan. You simply close your eyes and bring your attention to each part of your body, starting from your toes and slowly moving up to your head. It's simple, calming, and it keeps your mind from spiraling. Another helpful tip: keep a small notepad next to your bed. If something's bothering you or if a thought keeps popping up, write it down. Tell your brain, "I've heard you. I'll deal with this tomorrow." You'll be surprised how freeing it feels to put your worries on paper and leave them there for the night. And don't forget, if you're waking up multiple times a night and struggling to get back to sleep, be kind to yourself. Lying there, frustrated and checking the clock every 10 minutes only makes things worse. Instead, if you've been awake for more than 20 or 30 minutes, get out of bed and do something calming in low light. No screens, no phones. Sit in a cozy chair, sip water, read a calming book, or even just sit quietly. When you feel sleepy again, return to bed. This teaches your body to associate your bed only with sleep, not tossing, turning, and worrying. These shifts take time, I know, but they are worth it. Because real, restful sleep is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, not just for your body, but for your mind, your energy, and your mood. Let's keep going. There's still one more key piece to this puzzle, and it just might be the most important of all. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked, but can quietly sabotage your sleep night after. Our night, the way you think about sleep itself. Here's the truth. The more pressure we put on ourselves to fall asleep, the harder it becomes. You lie there thinking, "I need to sleep. I have to sleep. Why can't I sleep?" And just like that, your mind kicks into high alert mode. But sleep doesn't work like a light switch. It's more like a feather. It drifts in when you're calm, relaxed, and not trying so hard to control it. So here's the final, and maybe most powerful, tip I can share: let go of the fight. Instead of trying to force sleep, shift your goal. Focus on resting, not sleeping. That's right, resting. When you're lying in bed, eyes closed, breathing deeply, even if you're not fully asleep, your body is still recharging. Your heart slows, your muscles relax, and your brain clears away the clutter of the day. And the more you trust that rest is enough, the more likely sleep will follow. Many seniors I've worked with say this one shift changed everything. They stopped fighting their insomnia like it was the enemy, and started accepting their body's rhythms with kindness and patience. It's not giving up, it's letting go. And that's when sleep starts coming back, quietly, like an old friend returning home. Let's recap the 6 simple tips that can help you sleep better tonight. Create a calm sleep space. Keep your room dark, cool, quiet, and clutter-free. Stick to a steady sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Build a gentle nighttime ritual. Read, sip tea, or listen to soft music before bed. Move your body during the day. Even light activity helps your body crave rest. Calm your racing mind. Try breathing, writing, or body scanning to release stress. Let go of the fight. Focus on rest, not pressure. Trust that sleep will return. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you'll try tonight to improve your sleep? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one, and you never know who your story might inspire. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos designed to help you live a healthier, more peaceful life, one step at a time. And remember, your body hasn't forgotten how to sleep. It just needs a little kindness, a little rhythm, and a little time to remember. Thanks for watching, and sweet dreams.